All right, so we're going to take a quick look at the whole Baker Mayfield situation, what's going on with him in Cleveland. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and let me know what you let me talk about this in the comment section. Cleveland, please don't murder me in the comment section. But essentially, the Browns decided to excuse Baker Mayfield from the minicamp. I personally don't agree with that. I do think, however, it has something to do with him. I believe he's in some sort of rehab. We know he had that labrum, that shoulder injury, but the other reason I don't agree with that is because we don't know how long Deshaun Watson is actually going to be suspended for. He could be suspended for 5, 10, or even like the entire season. We don't know how many games he'll be gone for. So that's one reason. And we do know the Browns, they went ahead and signed two backup quarterbacks in Jacoby Brissett and Joshua Dobbs, who Joshua Dobbs has actually only attempted 17 professional passes in his NFL career. Jacoby Brissett last year had a little over 1,200 yards with the Dolphins. 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So Jacoby Brissett is a decent quarterback. There's no slander toward him or Joshua Dobbs, but I just think if you were the Cleveland Browns, you want to try to set yourself up in a position where if Deshaun Watson, if he is to make a comeback, you're going to want to be in the best position. You don't want him to come back into a season where he has to try to catch up. And in my opinion, I think that Baker Mayfield would be the one to get that job done. And on top of that, it would also benefit Baker Mayfield to play because it shows the rest of the teams who could possibly be interested in him in the future that he can take a hit still, he can still throw, and he's worth that $18 million because we know Andrew Berry isn't just going to trade him. He's not going to just trade him after paying the $18 million and just let him walk. So, in my personal opinion, I say Baker Mayfield, it would benefit him starting with the Browns. And then maybe if Deshaun Watson can come back, they part ways. But we're gonna have to see how that happens. It doesn't seem like the Browns want to deal with Baker Mayfield's drama, but they will deal with Deshaun Watson's drama. So it's all confusing. But let's go ahead. You can let me know in the comment section what you think about the whole Baker Mayfield situation.
Let's talk about Baker Mayfield and the situation in Cleveland with him. He's not at camp or anything. And what's going to happen to this guy? How's he going to play out? Now, Carver High thinks they're going to use him because of Watson's pending problems are not going away. And it's not going away for the Houston Texans either. It's a nightmare. And that $230 million that he's guaranteed, that may not be this season because of all of his nightmares. Do you think they're going to be forced to keep him and play him? Will he do it?
All right, let's go over my notes here and what people in the league tell me. The Browns are having an extreme issue moving his contract, okay? Other teams do not believe Mayfield will ever play for them. They don't think he'll ever agree to play. Now, they sent him away. They had a mutual agreement with his agency that he will not attend their mandatory camp next week because if he didn't, on his own, he would be susceptible to fines which cannot be rescinded due to the 2020 CBA. But they've agreed he will not be at their mandatory camp, which means he will not participate in their offseason program. He couldn't anyway because he's rehabbing his left labrum, which got repaired earlier this year. So other teams tell me they think he'll become available at some point before the regular season starts, probably by late July, where the Browns will be forced to keep very little and pay a lot of that salary. Remember, it's 18.
Sorry to interject, but I also believe that shoulder injury is not on his throwing arm. I believe it's the opposite arm. Just wanted to put that in there.
$858 million. So to answer your question moving forward here, other teams clearly believe the Browns will not be able to get him to play, because he won't want to play for them. And remember that one thing, that $18.858 million, it's fully guaranteed, so he really controls a lot of this. But the other problem is, and it's the same with Jimmy Garoppolo, teams have to know exactly when he's going to be able to throw and take a hit.
Absolutely.
One thing is it's his left shoulder, which is his non-throwing shoulder.
And I believe in the off-season activities, the mini camp and all the off-season trainings, I don't believe they actually hit each other.
With Jimmy Garoppolo, it's his right throwing shoulder. Right. Teams have to know when will he be clear for contact. I know you can't get hit in training camp, but if you play in the preseason, which you would think if you're acquiring him, you want him to get time with their teammates, you got to know when he's able to take contact. So there's a lot of complications here. With Jimmy Garoppolo, I could tell you this: there's more interest in Jimmy Garoppolo than there is Mayfield around the league, because Garoppolo has gotten to the Super Bowl before, but the problem is it's his right throwing shoulder. As I told you Monday, there's one team that told me if they get involved, they're probably going to want to take a look at that right shoulder, and they're going to want to get the latest scans, and may actually require the Niners to be able to have him visit and get their team doctors to be able to look at it.
Okay. So yeah, I think it would be beneficial to have him possibly start the season, just because it makes him look better, possibly for future trades. It gets you more wins, and he's already accustomed to most of his teammates. So the Browns are a pretty talented team this year. The Browns are a pretty talented team this year already. They could potentially be Super Bowl contenders. They have everyone right there. So me personally, I'm for Baker, only because we don't know when Deshaun Watson's return will be. But you let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you enjoy the video, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.